Welcome to Advisable Prince Part 2 with Tenita the bestseller Johnson. So, you talked a little bit about publishing for other authors, and also you have like different series to where you have multiple authors in one book.
Yes.
How is that? Because they say too many cooks in the kitchen can mess up stuff. So I want to know, how in the world did you find the balance with that? Like, that's very interesting.
So
Pull it up.
So the anthologies are actually really easy for me to do. So I tell people how long their story can be. I tell them their investment amount. This is how much it's going to cost you. This is how many books you get. You still own the rights to your story. So you can take that story out of this book and make a spin-off and write a whole nother book from it if you want to. You just don't own the rights to this book. I do, as the publisher. So people always ask, how do I make money if I'm in an anthology? Well, you make money from the books that you sell to your personal people because your story is in it. They get the benefit of reading other people's story as well. But most of my people who partner with me for anthologies, they get their own copies and they make money from selling their own copies. So that's how you make money. And you get published quicker because you don't have to finish a whole book. You only have to finish one chapter.
Yeah, writing a book,
it's the process.
Yes, and I think, like, me, we only have one book out right now, but of course you got like 10 different book ideas.
Yep.
But you can crank out a book in like a couple, like in a month, right?
Days, depending on what type of book it is. I mean, a 30-day devotional I can probably do in days.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
So, like, going back to your clientele, how do you kind of explain, because I know for my client I had to do a lot of explaining about rights and who owns what, and like telling them, like, okay, you own the actual story.
Yes.
But as far as rights to books and TV shows and whatnot, that's the company. And so,
yes.
Do clients kind of, are they like, what are you talking about? Or do they kind of get it? Like, do they understand?
For the most part, most of my clients get it. I've had one or two people challenge me on it, but they were still a part of the project. Now, these projects have not gone to movies or documentaries or screenplays or stage plays or anything like that yet. That'll be a separate agreement, honestly. I'm not going to take their story and use that as leverage to create anything different. If they want to be a part of the documentary, though, that's a separate written agreement than the one we have with the book.
Okay, cool. So, people are okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My goal is not to take their content and their story and just start producing stuff and they don't know. That's not my intent.
Yeah.
Or what I'll tell people is, I'm interviewing you for inspiration for a stage play. Like for mothers and daughters, I've interviewed daughters that have toxic relationship with mothers, and I'm using them as inspiration to create characters for a stage play.
Yeah. The people around me, they know that, right? They're like, well, okay, look, I got something to tell you. And like, I guess this can go somewhere in your play. Like, don't tell me that. Don't do that, because don't give me no ideas. I'm not trying to get sued. I'm not trying to get sued. Okay.
Right.
So you are very open about your faith. What are some common misconceptions about you, because you are an actor, but you just don't edit Christian books. In fact, she edited the first version of my book, which is very, very I wouldn't say R-rated, but it has some adult
content.
adult content. So what are some misconceptions about you?
I think the misconception is that because I'm a Christian, I only edit Christian work. And so that's just not true. Another misconception, people think that I have brothers and sisters, and I don't. I'm the only child, which is probably why I'm so outgoing. Yep, only child.
Oh, well,
just
okay.
me. Yeah. Misconceptions. I would say a lot of people say I've had people tell me I'm borderline bold or cocky. And there are people who would say I'm overly confident. But here's the thing, I spent most of my life in depression and suicidal thoughts. So now that I'm here, it's like I can't apologize for having a level of confidence that I have.
No, I get that. I get that one for real. Cause like, when you've been through stuff and you get called names and whatnot, and people constantly they don't want you to get to a level where you're like, look, I'm this, and I know I'm this, and so like you can't pull me down.
Right.
You own a whole company, and you have different divisions. You have plays. You have over 10 books.
Right.
You have web series ideas, documentaries. So to kind of like try to pull you down, that you can't do that. You know who you are.
Yeah, and so the other misconception is that I'm unapproachable or people are intimidated. And I don't know why they would be intimidated, because I do my best to like be down to earth, shake hands, sign books, speak to people. Like, I'm not ignoring you. I promise if I walk past you, I'm not acting funny. Like, because you'll have people who will say that. But yeah, say that again.
You're not the only one. I get that. I get that myself.
Yeah. So it's just, and then when I teach really hard. I tell people, like, get the book done. Like, you're broke because you don't have the book done. You don't have the lifestyle because you don't have the book done. Like, and people are like, you're so harsh, you're so mean. I'm not mean. I don't want you to live a broke life. Like, and if God has given you an assignment to do a stage play, a book, a web series, a documentary, like, put your hands to the plow and get it done. And if I know that you're supposed to be doing it, I'm going to be on your head to get it done.
No, serious.
Yeah. You know firsthand.
She makes posts.
Yeah.
Like every 2 minutes. Your book done yet?
Is your book done yet? Literally, don't talk to me about nothing else until your book is done.
Like your clients be coming on your study, like, your book done?
Yes.
Go right. Get off people.
Go right. Why are you on Facebook? Go right.
Yo, okay, take us into a day in your life as a business woman, as a mom, as a wife. What's a typical day like? Well, nowadays, typical is not.
Typical ain't typical.
They don't even say this no more. So,
right, in the pandemic or out of the pandemic.
So I guess the better question is, what's the new day in your life for you?
So I'm usually up about 5 a.m., about 4:30 or 5. Yeah, I'm up and I come down to my office in my pajamas, got my blanket, I'm studying the word, I got worship on. I usually try and do that for about an hour. Me and my husband read together in the morning. We actually read the Bible out loud in the morning just to get understanding of certain chapters. Then I'm back upstairs, showering, getting dressed for the day. I come downstairs, check email. When the kids aren't up, I might get coffee, but I'm not making breakfast. By 9 o'clock, I'm on calls, I'm on Zooms, or I'm working on a manuscript or something. Throughout the day, I may stop for lunch, because the kids are home now, so I gotta stop and make them lunch or put something in the oven, and then, I'm usually working well to 9, 10 o'clock at night, just because I've had to stop throughout the day and balance the kids or do laundry or make a run to the post office to mail some books. So every day is different.
You need a vacation.
Oh, I need a whole lot of vacations. I need a whole lot of vacations.
I was hard.
You can send me on a vacation. I'll say you can send me to Ohio right now. I don't care. I'll go.
No. Look. The minute we get to okay, I'm gone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
Wow, you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, even now?
5 a.m. Yeah.
God bless your heart.
My purpose is my mind never stops racing. I got so many projects in my head that I just want to get out and done.
I get it, but I be up until 5 a.m. working though. We two opposites, I guess.
Right.
You getting up when I'm going to bed.
Right. I'm no good working overnight. It's better for me to just go to bed and get up early.
No, me, that when all my creativity just comes out. You know how you be hearing your characters.
I get it.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So that brings us to like, what's your advice to aspiring writers and editors?
Yeah, I would definitely say know your target market. That's the biggest thing.
Yep.
Whether you're a business owner, you're an author, you're an aspiring author, you got to know who you're writing for. Or even me as an editor, there are certain projects that I edit and certain projects that I don't. I'm not really big on sci-fi. I'm not editing anything that deals with like psychics or anything like that. And I've had books come across my desk that were like that, and I had to refuse them. But you have to know what you will and won't do, because the world will throw everything in the kitchen sink at you. So who is your target market, and know who you're for and who you're not for. And don't feel bad about turning down the work.
Yeah. That's big. I had, stuff come across my.
Right. Look. If you got to do that, yep, that's a no. If you got to take that moment to stop and be like,
exactly, yeah.
It's a no.
And I'm like, no. Sometimes it don't done what I do it. I say no, and then there's someone on my team who's like, okay, can you at least read the book? I'm like, okay, give me 15 pages. And so you got 15 pages to get me in. So if you can't get me in 15,
right,
I'm
putting it down.
I'm good. Yeah. Okay. So your big conference is the Red Ink Conference. When is it? Well, I know when it is, but when is it, and how can we be a part of it?
Yeah, so I'm excited to bring the Red Ink Conference back to Detroit this year. Last year we did Charlotte and Chicago. We did not do it in Detroit at all. People were on my head. You got to bring it back to Detroit. So I'm back to Detroit this year. It's actually in Detroit. It's in Marygrove at Marygrove College.
Okay, let's take it back. Okay, for those that don't know what that is that we're talking about, what is the Red Ink Conference?
Yeah, so the Red Ink Conference is a premier conference for authors, aspiring authors, writers, bloggers, publishers to come and connect and learn about book writing, book publishing, but also learn about multiple streams of income tied to one book. Something we don't talk a lot about when you go to mainstream publishers. But this is the premier conference, honestly, for African American authors, Black authors, entrepreneurs, screenwriters, producers, because that's the majority of the makeup of the conference. That is female African American speakers, majority. This year, we will be adding an all-male Black panel called Men Who Read and Write. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I got 8 men who write, and we want to know what they write, why they write, what they read, because a lot of women think I write, my book is for men and women, and I tell them, men probably wouldn't read your book, So
yeah. Like you said, you gotta know your target audience and that's something that I learned really, really, really fast.
Yeah.
So, producing it, and the books are. What I found is books are harder to sell than
Books are not hard to sell if you have speaking engagement. So I tell people the book is like your calling card, or it's like your business card. And if you get a speaking engagement, once people hear me speak, they flock to the table. So it's like, what do you have that I can buy because I heard you as a great speaker? Now I'm emotionally driven to buy whatever you have.
So they want to, so you need to be seen. You need to be out and you need to connect with me. And like Tenita said, you need to get those speaking engagements. Tenita, how did that happen for you? How do you get those gigs to go out and talk to people?
So some of them I submit to. A lot of it is word of mouth and referral. People are watching you, and I always tell people are watching you who you do not know. I got to travel to Costa Rica in February before the pandemic and teach a whole writers retreat for 8 writers from across Canada and the United States. And it's because a lady was watching me for 2 years on social media. I had never met her before, but she flew me out to Costa Rica, paid in full, paid for my villa, room, all meals every day, paid in full, and I got paid to speak.
That's good. So to go back to the new writers and the editors that are wanting to come
to the ready.
Yeah, come into this career. One, he says, get those speaking engagements. Well, no, actually first, write a book, finish the book.
Right.
Because I know a lot of people, they're like, yeah, I got this book idea, and I've just been sitting on it for about a decade.
Right.
Like, well,
gotta go. Get it done.
You could have been rich in that decade. So,
right, and I'll tell you this: it was easier to get my stage play done because I was able to work with Richard because I had the book, so I already had a blueprint for what the chapters look like. So I already had an idea of the themes of the type of relationships we wanted to create in the stage play. So the stage play is not exactly as the book, but we took some of the main components from the book and put it on stage into a script.
Oh yeah, I play. I know I play in like 2 days, but book.
Okay.
But a book, I don't know what it is.
It's longer, and it has to be more detailed. When you write a stage play, you're just writing dialogue.
And then also because you were the one that taught me how to write any book format because I had like this long paragraph.
Right.
You
gotta break it up.
It was like 5 pages. And you're like, Prince, this is really good, but this is
you gotta break it up.
This is not how you write, bro. I'm like, huh? And you taught me how to like separate it into paragraphs and when people are talking. So that is what you're gonna learn at the Red Ink Conference. If you don't know that already. Also, you're gonna learn a whole lot more, like how to market your book.
Yes.
How to promote your own brand. That's a big one because I know you have your own brand now. People know you for certain things, and that's a big money. That's a big money maker when you have a brand because people are like, well, okay. So whenever they hear something, they'll put your name to it. But Tenita does that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the Red Ink Conference this year is September 11th and 12th. It's at Mary Grove Conservancy. What is that? 6 Mile, and is that Wyoming? I think.
Yeah.
So,
I used to live over there. Yep.
So it's at Mary Grove Conservancy. It's 2 half days as opposed to 1 day. So in the past, we've just done 1 full day. It's been like 8-9 hours, which people say are too long. So we broke it down to 2 half days. Friday half day, Saturday half day. Our male panel will be Saturday morning. I'm so excited about that. People can register at theredinkconference.com.
Okay. So the Red Ink Conference on September 8th, right?
September 11th and 12th.
September 11th and 12th. Okay, and
Yes.
and that should be right here on the screen right there. You can go to that link. Tenita, how can they find you? Like how?
So they can find so they can find out more about me at www.soitiswritten.net. That is soitiswritten.net, or they can email me at info at soitiswritten.net.
Okay, and of course I'm gonna put the handles and whatnot right here, and also in the link below. Thank you so much for coming on. Don't forget.
Thank you.
Don't forget about the September. Okay, I'm talking too fast. Don't forget about the Red Ink Conference on September. What's it again?
11th and 12th.
11th and 12th. Don't want to miss it. Go to soitiswritten.net and also
theredinkconference.com.
Redinkconference.com to register. You don't want to miss it. Hurry up because there's not a whole lot of space left. So go do that. Thank you for coming on, Tenita.
Thank you. Thank you, Prince.
You're welcome. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, okay? And we'll see you next week on Advice for Prince. Bye.
Passion, romance, sex, sin, pain, and death. Love unexpected. When you think you know your partner, think again.